Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I thought I would do a little mini story time because I work in a restaurant for my day job, and full disclosure, like, I love my restaurant. Working in a restaurant isn't exactly my dream job, but if I have to be working in a restaurant right now to be making money, this is by far my favorite restaurant job I've ever had. I love my bosses, I love my coworkers, I love the location, I like the food, I like most of the guests. Of course, like every restaurant, no matter where you work, like, you're gonna get guests who are extremely challenging, but even when guests are challenging at this restaurant, I do feel as though I get compensated well no matter what. So it's definitely the best restaurant job I've ever had. But this week, I don't know what is going on. I know for a while Mercury was in retrograde, or there was something weird going on. I don't know if that just made human beings absolutely crazy, but it's been a weird week. I have never felt at the end of the day like I needed to have a drink so much as I did every day this week, and I've really resisted, but like, it's been a weird week. I've had some really weird guests that I'm going to tell you about because you get weird people, like, probably one table a shift is kind of off on average, where you're just kind of like, what's up with these people? They're so strange. But, you know, you just work through it and it's fine. But this week, I've just had tables that I don't understand their thought process, and I had a really hard time even trying to see eye to eye, because most of the time people act kind of mean, but when you just try to see eye to eye with them, they kind of calm down and take a step back. And I think that's just always the best way to handle any type of conflict, is not to escalate with them, but to just try to find a common ground. That's usually my strategy when at work. But these people, I just couldn't even, like, fathom what a common ground would be, because it just was so absurd. So the first one was this guy who, he's come in before, and he came in and one time months ago, and when he came in this week, I thought he looked familiar, but I couldn't quite place him. But I know I've waited on him before, and I see him pretty rarely. I don't know if he just doesn't come in when I work, or if he just comes in only occasionally. I'm not sure. But he came in, and he, like, months ago when I first waited on him, and hi, she just wants to get in on the action. What's up? Hello? Okay, you done? Cool. I don't know what her deal is. So he came in, okay, bye. He came in months ago, and he was with a friend or something, and they ate, everything was fine. He wasn't the friendliest guy, but he wasn't a complete asshole. And at the end, they went to see the dessert menu, and I gave it to them. And when I check on them to see if they want dessert, he goes, I think you charge way too much for, I'm not going to say what the dessert is, but, because I don't want you to know my restaurant, but, he's like, I think you charge way too much for this dessert. Can I have it for free? And I was just kind of taken aback, because I've never gone to a restaurant where I thought something was expensive, so I just asked for it for free. I just think that's, I don't know, insane? I don't know what that is. It's just, it's strange. I've never, if I think something is too out of my price range, or they're charging too much for something at a restaurant, I know that that's just what they charge, and if I want to pay for it, that's my choice, and if I don't, that's also my choice. So that's how I just go about my day. I've never tried to haggle with my waiter about an item, and I've definitely never asked for something for free. So it was weird. And I went to one of the owners and explained it to them, and they were just kind of like, if he thinks that's too much, I guess just give it to him if he can't afford that. And I was like, okay. Like, so I gave it to him, and he was all pleased because he, like, got something for free. Then he drove off in a luxury car. Like, it was just boggles my mind because why are you, the dessert was $8.95, which that's kind of, at most restaurants, that's sort of a range. That's a normal range for a dessert to be. So that's just, and it's a homemade dessert. So it's just so much where I was just kind of confused. Like, you drive a mad expensive car and you're sitting here pissy about a really inexpensive dessert. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So I just let that go, whatever. They tipped 20%, I think. I mean, I think if they tipped below 20%, I would have totally been like, what the hell? But yeah, he tipped normal. It was fine. And then, so I only put this together after this whole interaction. So this same guy comes in this week. And he's just kind of just gruff. Like, he's not friendly, which is fine. Like, you don't have to be friendly, but he just kind of speaks to you like you're a second-class citizen a little bit. Like, it's not super bad, but you know he thinks he's better than you when you're a waiter. So I find that frustrating, but it's not so bad that it's blatant. So he orders his food. He gets a soda water to drink, whatever. Pretty harmless. Gets the check, pays, and then I'm at another table talking, and he interrupts me, which is my biggest pet peeve because I'm in the middle of a conversation with another table and this person thinks they're more important, and in the middle of speaking with someone it goes, hey, and gestures over, and I was just like, give me a second because I'm in the middle of something. Like, it's just so rude. It's just rude in everyday life, and it's rude, like, wait till I'm done. When I turn around, then call up for me or whatever if I don't see you. But it was, I hate that anyways. So after I was done with them, I went to him. I'm like, can I help you? Because he'd already paid, so I was kind of confused. And he goes, you charged me for soda water. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, we charge for soda water. And I don't know what, maybe you guys can say in the comments what your thoughts are on that, or if you don't expect to be charged for it or do. But at our restaurant, we charge for it. And every restaurant I've ever worked at, I'm pretty sure, yeah, every restaurant I've always charged for soda water. It's just always been a button. It's a little cheaper than like Coke or Sprite or whatever. And you charge for it, and it makes sense to me because it's water, but it's from the soda machine, and to do refills you can't just bring a water pitcher around, so you have to kind of make a special trip. So I don't know, to me it makes sense to charge for it. That was a weird rant, but I was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, we charge for that. And he was like, it's water. And I was just, I had no idea how to respond. I was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, it's water, but we charge for soda water. I've worked here for over a year and I've always charged for it, so I'm not sure what's happened in the past for you, but I've just always charged for it, so I'm not sure. And he was just kind of sitting there staring at me like kind of dumbly, like expecting me to do something or expecting me to offer to take it off the bill. And I was just like, I guess I can ask my manager about it. So I went to my manager and asked, and they were like, that's what we charge. I don't know what he wants. So I go back and I tell him that's what we charge, and he was just like, okay. And I thought that was the end of it. And then he starts yelling at one of the owners saying that, oh, you wouldn't just take that off to make me happy. You've lost a customer, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. It was just super awkward and uncomfortable, and I just kind of feel like it's just sort of an entitled way to think. Like, like, just to make me happy. Like, I'm sorry, like, that's just what we charge. We can't just take off items on the bill because people aren't happy that that's how much they cost. So I just thought that was very strange, and then he left. And then just the cherry on it is he wrote a Yelp review. I mean, he didn't say anything bad about me, but he just, like, said the whole scenario from his point of view. And what kind of bothers me is that's fine. Like, he's mad about it. I guess I can see his being upset. But to me, if I was in that situation and I thought that was annoying, I would be like, oh, they charged me $2 for soda water. Oh, that's annoying. I guess I just won't get soda water here because I think that's silly to charge for it. But I don't think I would ever bring it up to the server or anything. I think I would just clock that that's something they charge for and I don't want to pay for it, so I wouldn't order it. But so he kind of was doing his point of view of it, which is fine. Freedom of speech, do your thing. You are upset about it, whatever. But he had so many misspellings and grammatical errors in this review, and that's just another of my biggest pet peeves is if you're gonna totally trash someone or a place or something and you're writing it out, make it right. Like, don't look up what you're supposed to use. Don't write like your when it's supposed to be Y-O-U-R-E and make it Y-O-U-R. I just think that's crazy because it just makes you look dumb. It makes you look like you don't know what you're talking about, and why would someone side with you because you just look so dumb. Like, I don't know, just to me, do your thing. Put us on blast if that's what you have to do to make yourself feel better, but do it good. That's just all I would want you to do. It's just silly. So that was bizarre. And then the same week, it's just, like I said, I'm used to some strange people pretty much daily at work, but this same week, these two interactions were just, like, so, I just did not understand them. I didn't. And our restaurant is a little expensive, and this other one has to do with a price as well. And our restaurant is a little expensive, but you know, it's not outrageous, it's not completely unreasonable, and I really do try to give the best service possible because I know, I mean, even though a lot of people who come in are pretty wealthy, I know some people, maybe it's more of a treat for them to come in, so I want them to make sure they get their money's worth, and I try to just make their experience very pleasant because I do know it's sort of expensive to eat there. I mean, you can, like, find ways to make it a little less expensive, but, you know, if you're just, like, getting 2 entrees and a couple of drinks, I mean, it adds up. So these women come in with their children, and their children were, like, screaming. They were, like, out of control, and it's fine because, I mean, it's really hard when kids are little to make them be 100% quiet, but they just weren't doing anything to try to calm them down. So already I was like, okay, cool. Like, they just weren't even trying. They just kind of let them run rampant. And I mean, once they got their food, obviously they were quiet and fine. But, you know, it's just sometimes that can be frustrating because I understand sometimes you can't 100% make a child be really quiet, but you can at least do something to try a little bit just to not disturb all the other diners, but whatever. So they come in and their kids split a kid's meal. They wanted to split a soft drink between the kids, and I just told them no because I was like, we can't split a soft drink. Like, it has free refills. It's just silly to split something like that because then what if they get a refill? So they're just charging, I'm just charging them for one when they got refill after refill. I mean, I didn't know if that's what they were going to do, but I was just like, no, we don't split soft drinks. You have to order 2. So they were fine with that because it is silly and whatever. And then they split a kid's meal, and they both got, you know, pretty normal entrees, like on the higher end price-wise. And then they ordered ice cream for each of the kids. And I rang them in 2 of the ice creams. And I mean, because our kids' meals don't come with anything. Like, some places I feel, I used to work at a place where the kids' meals came with desserts. And ours don't. They don't come with a drink. They don't come with dessert. They just are on their kids' entrees. And so I rang them the 2 ice creams. They want to pay. So they pay, and I don't know why everyone does this after they pay. I don't know why they don't question it before I run their credit card. Because if you do have a problem, it would be so much easier to solve it before I run your credit card and do the whole thing. It would just be, just tell me up front. Just, it's fine. So they pay, and then when I'm dropping off the credit card, she goes, just so you know, if somebody orders a kid's meal and then ice cream, you should let them know that the ice cream is way more expensive than the kids' meal. And I had no idea how to respond because, first of all, it's like $2 more, I think. 2 or 3, I don't know, but our desserts are priced. I don't know what people's issues are with our desserts, but they're just priced as they are, and if you are pinching pennies, you should look at a dessert menu because, you know, you don't know what the prices are. Ask me how much it is, and I can tell you. And also, I mean, to me, I just would never even think to do that because to me that would be so insulting if I was a guest and my waiter was like, oh, you want this dessert? Just so you know, that's this much. Is that okay? Like, I would just be insulted because it just kind of implies they couldn't afford it. I just don't think there's a winning situation there. So I was just kind of like, okay, well, I mean, that's how much they cost. I mean, once again, I don't like set the prices here. I don't do anything. I'm just like, yeah, that's how much they cost. I don't know. I'm sorry. Next time. I was like, it says it on the menu. And she's like, well, we didn't look at the menu. Okay. I don't know. You should maybe do that in the future. I don't know what to say. So I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Oh, hello again. Back. Hello. Bye. I was just like, yeah, that's how much it costs. So I apologize. And I walk away. Because I just didn't know what to do. I mean, that's how much it costs. I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't know. I had no words at this point. So I just like walk away. And then she proceeds to go to my manager and starts like just droning on and on about the same point. And it was the same guy who was there during the soda water fiasco. So he just went to me and he goes, yeah, I'm just going to refund them because I just don't want to deal with another soda water fiasco. Like, we'll just refund them. I tried to explain to them, like, you know, what it cost and maybe next time they should, you know, check it out first. But they were just like, just not gonna let up about it. So I was just like, okay. I mean, I understand, but also I don't. It just annoys me. And I mean, I guess it's better just to like make a guest happy, so that they won't like not come back and we won't have business. But I felt like this was just nonsense. It was just nonsense. And then to top it all off, they tipped me 10%. So I just feel like they were just cheap people. They wanted to split a soft drink. They tipped me 10%. They thought dessert was too pricey. Like, it was just, I just feel like they were cheap people. So it's so annoying to get into them. So it just flabbergasted me. Like, both of these scenarios, I don't know. I try to, like, see their side of it. I mean, I don't know. I don't because when I see how much things cost, I make that choice to pay for it or not. And if I don't, that's my choice. And if I do, that's my choice. I mean, I'm not like forcing you to get dessert for your kids. They asked me about it. So I did what they asked. And then then they went back on it and got really mad. So I don't know. That was my week. Those two crazy scenarios. I have the next 3 days off, today, tomorrow, the next day, and I could not be happier. Somebody almost wanted me to work for them today, and I would have done it if they really needed it, but I'm really happy they didn't because I needed this day off. I was just so mentally drained from these people. It was pretty crazy. So that's it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on these situations because I would like to see these people's side of it. I'm not a monster, but it was very frustrating to deal with both of these guests. So, and also if you have any like horror stories from customers, I would love to hear it and commiserate because sometimes customer service it just kills you, man. it is rough sometimes. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe below and hit the notification bell. And I will see you next time.